It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got the Seahawks superstar wide receiver. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Seahawks and the Jags on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll... Impressive 31-yard gain.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence. Going underneath to the tight end, Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Seahawks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That give a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, after last week where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Griffin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the Seahawks 39-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Caught here by Griffin. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Lawrence on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try the left side. Webster, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
18 Cardinal.
2nd and 6. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
In motion comes the tight end left.
60 Bobcat.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Well, now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And this time... It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there for number 15. On first down, Lawrence. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Lawrence on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Griffin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This second and 4. Lawrence will throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Tiger. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The extra point splits the uprights, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. We'll get this up to about the 44. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, lie.
2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here. Of the third quarter. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action now. Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On the counter, Carter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Here we go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And just shedding it off there. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer. Defensive player of the year or the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
ready to march onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Pass the 60, pass the 6, go!
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Webster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Webster, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job standing in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And out now come the Seahawks. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a play fake here on first down. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
On the jump.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Webster.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to Walker on first down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Now he's free to midfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by a field goal, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing now, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
11.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's third down. Lawrence. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted! Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're out of the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay,
and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.